Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Muskegon, Michigan, here at Marsh Field, where the Xenia Scouts will take on the Muskegon Clippers once again after falling to the Clippers last night, 7-6, on a walk-off walk given up by closer Sam Drawley. But the Scouts will quickly forget that and start out their affair today. As this first pitch to the left fielder Cam Murray is high for a ball, and I'm going to try to give you guys the Scouts lineup as quick as I can here. Murray leading off and in left field. The 1-0 pitch is in there for a strike to Murray. Batting second in right field is Carter Boswell. Batting third and in center field is Graham Welch. The DH and batting fourth today is Caleb Eater. 1-1 pitch to Murray. It's popped up in the infield by the pitcher's mound, second baseman Nolan Bryant making the play there. So F4 on your scorebooks in the first out of the inning. Here in the first, and continuing with that lineup, batting fifth and playing third base is Dugan Darnell. Batting sixth and catching for the Scouts is Truman Brown. Batting seventh and at first base is Jarrett Lindsay. Batting eighth and the second baseman will be Nick Tuttle, and Noah Orlando rounding out that lineup at the 9-hole and playing shortstop today. And Ben Bills will be your pitcher for the Scouts today. And the pitcher for the Muskegon Clippers is Max Lutka, and Lutka's first pitch to Carter Boswell is up high for a ball. 1-0 pitch is fouled off by Carter Boswell, so count will even up at 1-1 here. And Max Lutka goes to Aquinas College, where he is a senior and is native to Traverse City, Michigan. 6-foot, 200-pound right-hander. Delivers the 1-1 pitch inside for a ball, so count now 2-1 to Carter Boswell. Again, I'm Riley Harshman. I'd like to thank you all for joining and listening in today for some Xenia Scouts action. As the 2-1 is high and inside of Carter Boswell, so count. Favorable hitters count here for the right fielder, as this count is now 3-1. The 3-1 pitch from Ludka. That ball is called a strike by the home plate umpire. Carter Boswell thought he had a walk, but the umpire said, "Stay right there, young man." So count now full to the Scouts right fielder, and Ludka working quickly back in the windup. Boswell fouls off another one, so he'll see another full count pitch. Again, I'll be riding solo today. I will have a special guest in the third inning, but until then, I'll be riding solo. And after that, I'll be riding solo. So again, I'd like to thank you all for listening to my beautiful voice today. It's a full count pitch fouled off again by Carter Boswell. So Boswell looking to get into Max Lucka's pitch count here early. Again, we're here at Marshfield in Muskegon, Michigan. And Boswell swings, misses that one, and lets go of his bat. I think that's his third thrown bat of the year. So Boswell will go down on strikes there. And it looks like no one was hurt in the Scouts' dugout. So 2 outs here in the top half of the first for the Scouts as Graham Welch, the center fielder, makes his way to the plate. And Welch, last Saturday against the Leprechauns, had a huge game as the first pitch to Welch. It's curved in there for a strike, so count 0-1 to Welch. But last Saturday, Welch had a huge game, 3 extra base hits, including 2 doubles and a triple, and that loss to the Leprechauns. The 0-1 pitch is flown out to left field. Left fielder Nowaski under it, makes the grab, and the Scouts will go down 1-2-3 in the top half of the first. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Welcome back here to Muskegon, Michigan at Marsh Field, where the Scouts just went 1-2-3 in the top half of the first, so no score here in Muskegon so far. Again, Ben Bills, the right-hander from Nyack College on the hill for the Scouts today, and I'll try to give you guys a lineup for the Muskegon Clippers. Leading off and playing center field and coming up to the plate now is Travis James. Batting second in that second base is Nolan Bryant. Jimmy Roche, the shortstop, and the man who hit that solo shot off Caleb Eater yesterday is batting third. Batting fourth in the first baseman is Ryan Blake Jones. Nolan Bridberry will be playing third base and batting fifth. Blake Dunn will be in right field, batting sixth. The designated hitter and batting seventh is Connor Henderson, as Ben Bills will get things started here against Janes. First pitch in there for a strike from Ben Bills to Janes, so count 0-1 to Janes, and cleaning up that lineup for the Clippers, batting eighth, and the catcher is Nate Stevens. And Brant Nowoski will be in left field, batting ninth for the Clippers today. Is a 0-1 pitch. It's fouled off out of play, so count that 0-2 to Janes. We've seen a lot of good pitching performances from Ben Bills so far this year. We'll look to continue his good pitching so far this summer. He delivers the 0-2. Called strike three there for Ben Bills. So Ben Bills getting his first out quickly via the strikeout on the center fielder James. So now Nolan Bryant, the second baseman, will be walking up to the plate.
Batting next, second baseman Nolan Bryant.
Nolan Bryant this year batting .224 with 10 RBIs. So a big RBI guy for this Clippers lineup is the left-handed hitting second baseman. And Ben Bills will go to work here. First pitch is fouled off by Bryant, so count moves 0-1 to the second baseman. Jimmy Roche on deck, as I mentioned earlier. He hit that solo home run in the third in last night's affair against the Scouts, as the 0-1 from Bills. Swung on and missed there by Bryant, so count moves 0-2 quickly to Bryant. So Bills are going to try to set down Bryant with strikes here as well. Truman Brown behind the plate for Ben Bills today. This ball's grounded to the second baseman, Tuttle. Tuttle fumbles it a little bit, but will still corral the ball and make the throw in time for the second out of the inning. So 4-3 put out there. And now coming up is the aforementioned shortstop, Jimmy Roche. Roche also was a big part of that ninth inning that the Clippers were able to put together last night in the comeback win. And the first pitch, Roche drives out to center field. And this is out of here. Roche with the second home run in as many games against the Xenia Scouts, starting out here with a solo shot.
There's a Raymond James Clipper clobber.
So Roche with a big shot out to left center field, about 360 out there is that fence, and Roche showing these Scouts how far he can hit a baseball these past couple days. So Muskegon Clippers with a 1-0 lead here against the Scouts. We've seen Ben Bills give up a home run before in his 7-inning win. A couple Sundays ago against the Hamilton Joes, gave up a home run, but was able to forget about it and continue his great pitching work and got the win that day. So this ball is grounded up the middle by the first baseman, Ryan Blake Jones. So 2 straight hits here for the Muskegon Clippers. Coming up now is the third baseman today, Nolan Brimberry. Brimberry batting .341 on the year, has 44 at-bats, 9 RBIs. Very similar lineup to what we saw last night from these Clippers. What we're seeing today is a few changes, but for the most part, we're seeing a lot of the same hitters as we saw yesterday's. Ben Bills from the stretch now, eyes down the runner and delivers the first pitch of the at-bat. That ball is outside, so count 1 ball, 0 strikes to the third baseman, Brimberry. Bills coming set here. Would like to get out of this inning. And that's a good way to do it. Delivers a pitch on the outside corner for a strike to the third baseman. Count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. We're at historic Marsh Field for this GLSCL affair. The 1-1 pitch is outside. As I found out earlier today, Marsh Field, over 100 years old, was established back in 1916. So a lot of baseball has been played on this field over the past 100 years in Michigan. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball didn't quite break into the zone for Bills there, so count is 3 balls and 1 strike to the third baseman, Brimberry. So Bills getting those first 2 batters down pretty quickly and struggling here to finish out the inning. This ball is grounded to the second baseman, Tuttle. Tuttle fields it cleanly. Throws it over first in time for the third out of the inning, but not before the Clippers can pick up 1 run off 2 hits. Leave 1 man on base, and we'll be back with some action in the top half of the second as the Scouts try to tie this ball game back up. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Welcome back to Marsh Field here in Muskegon, Ohio, as we will kick off the top half of the second with a cleanup hitter for the Scouts today, Caleb Eder, who is the designated hitter as well. And Eder last night pitched a great game, had 7 innings of work, allowed 3 runs on 10 hits, got a couple strikeouts, but his control was very good yesterday, so he will try to continue his good work against the Clippers right here today with the bat instead of his arm. First pitch to Eder. Curved into the strike zone for the first strike of the at-bat. Count, no balls, 1 strike to the right-handed Eder. Luto working quickly. Eder check swings down to the first base line, but this ball stays fair. Corralled by Blake Jones, and he'll take that to the bag himself for the first out of this inning. So Eder with a little check swing there, but just stayed in fair territory for the first baseman, and he will make the unassisted put out. So not how Eder wanted to start his day with a bat, but that's how it will go. And Dugan Darnell, the third baseman, will take over the left-handed batter's box against the right-handed Lutka. Lutka, with his first start of the summer today against the Scouts, is his first pitch to Darnell's in there for a strike. Lutka has had a few bullpen appearances and a few extended bullpen appearances for the Clippers today as Darnell skies this one out to center field. Janes drifting to his right will make the grab there. Out number 2 coming via the fly out to center. So now the catcher, Truman Brown, will try to get something started with 2 outs here in the top half of the second. Lutka working quickly through the middle of this Scouts lineup. Truman Brown going to try to extend this inning here. First pitch in there for a strike for Lutka. So Lutka, 3 batters he's seen this inning and 3 first pitch strikes for the righty. Quickly working here, the 0-1. Just a bit outside there, so count will even at 1 ball and 1 strike to the catcher, Truman Brown. Truman Brown has struggled a little bit at the plate this year, but he does have a home run as he fouls this one off behind home plate, and the count will move to 1 ball and 2 strikes. As I said, Brown hit a home run against the Locos a couple weeks ago. He's also has a double on the year. So we've seen Truman Brown with some pop in his bat. We'll see what he can do with 2 strikes here, and he will swing at that curveball out of the zone and go down on strikes. So another quick 1-2-3 inning for this Scouts offense. And the Muskegon Clippers will get their bats back out here in the bottom half of the second when we return. This is Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. And we're back here at historic Marsh Field for the bottom half of the second as the Clippers lead your Xenia Scouts by a score of 1-0 off a Jimmy Roche solo home run in the first inning. I'm Riley Harshman, flying solo today, but I will be joined by a guest for the third inning, so a wait for that. But leading off things for the Clippers in this second inning is our right fielder, Blake Dunn. First pitch to Dunn from Bills is swung on and missed for strike one. Blake Dunn batting .291 on the year. He's got 5 RBIs, does the right fielder, as he swings and drives this one out to center field. Forward base hit, so Dunn took a hard turnaround first, but will make his way back to the bag. So first batter of the inning getting on base for the Clippers in their right fielder Dunn. So now up is the designated hitter Connor Henderson. Henderson pinch hit in that ninth inning last night where he walked on a 7-pitch at bat. So Henderson here, batting 7th today, waits the first pitch from Bills, and Bills will deliver a high ball. So count 1 ball, no strikes to the designated hitter. As Bills throws over to Lindsay at first, trying to keep Dunn honest on the base paths. Bills will look to slow down the tempo here as he comes from the stretch. Leg kick and delivers. That ball's driven out to center field. Graham Welch on his horse back. Unable to make the over-the-shoulder grab, so that will land, and that will be extra bases for the designated hitter Henderson. And Henderson will have a triple, and Dunn will score on that. So a big triple there for Connor Henderson as he drove that out to right center. Welch was on his horse, but Welch was unable to make the play. And Dunn scoring on the triple. So Ben Bills finding himself in a bit of a jam early, but we've seen Mr. Bills work himself in and out of jams all year up on that hill. So we'll see what he can do here with the runner on third and nobody out, facing Nate Stevens, the catcher for the Clippers today. First pitch to Stevens. Curved into the strike zone there as Stevens caught looking at it. So count will move to no balls and 1 strike to the catcher. Bills coming set. Working quickly now through the stretch as he curves this one into the zone. A little slider action from Bills there. So the count is now no balls, 2 strikes as Bills will look to work quickly now. So he comes set and delivering. Stevens there, so Bills got ahead of Stevens there, but lost him on the hit by pitch. So now runners on the corners with no outs for the Clippers. as the 9-hitter and left fielder Brant Nowaski will make his way to the plate. Left-handed batter is Nowaski. Nowaski batting .071 on the year, but he does have 3 RBIs, a big situation for him here, as he has a man on third. Bills, an even bigger situation as this ball's fouled out by Nowaski. So no balls, 1 strike to the left fielder. Bills up at the hill. Nowaski in. Bills delivering the pitch. That ball is low. So count will even up here at 1 ball, 1 strike. So we are playing at a conventional baseball field, so no turf here in Michigan, as that ball's a bit high for ball 2 to Nowaski. Bills delivers the pitch. That ball is outside, so count now. 3 balls, 1 strike to Nowaski. And the last thing I think Bills would want to do here is walk this man and have the top of the order coming up with the bases loaded and nobody out. Bills desperately needs a strike here, and he'll deliver. This ball's grounded down the line, foul. Down the line, foul. The Clippers faithful.
In favor of that being fair, say yay.
As a PA announcer asked if that ball was fair to the Clippers faithful, and they all say yes. Umpire just giving a shrug. Was a very close play over there going down the line, but I'm sure Ben Bills loves that call. So he has a chance to get Nowaski out here. Bills set now and delivers. This ball swung on and missed by Nowaski, and the runner at first going for second. Runner coming home now. So the runner out at second. Runner safe at home. So a run scores on that for the Clippers as they now take a 3-0 lead on the Xenia Scouts. So a swinging strikeout for Nowaski for the first out. And caught stealing is Nate Stevens for the second out. So now Bills has 2 outs and nobody on any base. As Janes check swings, but he goes around enough for the home plate umpire to say that was a strike. So count now, no balls, 1 strike to leadoff hitter struck out looking back in the first. Bills winding and delivering. Ball swung on and missed again by Janes. So count, no balls, 2 strikes to the center fielder. The 0-2 count. Pitch is hitch in the shallow right field. Tuttle under it. Tuttle making the grab. Out there in shallow right to end this inning. But not before the Clippers are able to score 2 runs off a couple hits in this inning. And they take a 3-0 lead into the top half of the third. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
All right, I'm looking for Holly, maybe Nick. Anybody out there? Nick?
On your other ear?
Oh, yeah.
I think so. How about that? Better? You're good because I have muted, but I'll put you up when we're on air, okay?
Come on, Michigan. I think what he said, I can interpret. He's going to do a dizzy bat race. He needs 2 bats. Nick, what is this, your first time?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Spread out, guys, so you don't hurt each other.
Is it gonna 10, and then spin around every time 10, and then you're gonna try under me. This one there wins. Tim, you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10 go.
10. All right, guys, the winner is Peyton. Colin, what's he winning?
They're winning Subway gift cards.
Subway gift cards. Congratulations, Peyton and Jackson.
All right, lead them
All
off.
right, we're coming back.
Baseball
Welcome back here to Muskegon, Michigan.
Let's get rowdy.
I'm Riley Harshman. I'm joined now by the statistician for the Scouts, Travis Waker. Eastern Michigan University is where he goes to school, and he's been doing stats for us this year. As the first pitch of Jarrett Lindsay is fouled off and looked like it went off Lindsay's ankle. So, Travis, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's great to be here.
So, Travis, you've been keeping up stats for the Scouts this year. Who's a scout that has impressed you so far this year?
You gotta go with two guys that really aren't playing today, but I would say the two obvious are Ryan Bertelsmann out of Baylor and Connor Regan out of Wright State. Won Player of the Week last week, and just both of them have really kind of carried this offense in the middle of the lineup, and have really just done a great job. Pitching wise, of course, you have Caleb Eater with a great start yesterday, and
As the 0-1 is in there for a strike to Lindsay.
Eater with a great start yesterday, 7 innings. Of course, Scouts couldn't pull out the win, but still a pretty good job by him.
0-2 pitch is outside of Lindsay, so count now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Lindsay. And ladies and gentlemen, I will be giving you guys a trivia question, as it is the 3rd inning, and that is our customary thing for the 3rd, as this pitch is fouled off by Lindsay, so he'll see another 1-2 pitch here. The culmination of Lindsay's at-bat, I'll give you guys that trivia question. And the 1-2 inside for a ball. So count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Lucca doing a good job so far here, throwing a lot of strikes. 6 of 8 on first pitch
As
strike.
Lindsay
Ooh.
drives one deep to left field. This ball is gone for Jarrett Lindsay. So the Scouts with some life here in the 3rd. And the first hit of the game for the Scouts is a solo home run by Lindsay.
PA announcer trying to call it a foul ball, but that was a shot.
So good job there by Lindsay, getting the Scouts on the board here, cutting the deficit to 2. Score now 3-1 in favor of the Clippers, as all the Scouts will line up to greet their first baseman, who just came away with the first hit and RBI of the game. So now taking the plate is Nick Tuttle. The second baseman for the Scouts today has already been pretty busy over at second base. Will like to get busy with his bat here and continue this solid start to the inning for the Scouts. Winding and delivers Lutka. That ball is up high. So count now 1-0 to Tuttle.
Gotta make a correction. Lucca now 5 out of 8 first pitch strikes, but still doing a good job of throwing a lot of strikes here.
The 1-0 is up high again for a ball. So count now 2-0 to Nick Tuttle.
Favorable hitters count for Tuttle here. He's been really, really good offensively in the lower portion of that Scouts lineup, and really good defensively as well.
And the 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed by Tuttle. He put a great cut on it, but ultimately finds its way into the catcher's mitt. The 2-1 pitch is in there for a strike, so now the count 2 balls, 2 strikes to Tuttle.
Good breaking ball there. Can't really do a whole lot with that.
And look how the 2-2 payoff pitch is drifted out in the shallow right field. Coming under it is Blake Dunn with the first out of the inning via the fly out. Orlando, the shortstop, will now see his first at-bat of the game. And for the trivia question today, what 20th century catcher is the leader for most hits in a season? Is it A, Von Rodriguez, Old Pudge? Is it B, Mike Piazza? Is it C, Buster Posey, or is it D, Yadier Molina? As the first pitch to Orlando's on the outside corner for a strike.
Orlando playing nearly every game at short for the Scouts this season.
Orlando calls time, and I'll give you guys that trivia question once again. What 20th century catcher is the leader for most hits in a season? Is it A, Von Rodriguez, B, Mike Piazza, C, Buster Posey, or D, Yadier Molina? And I'll give you guys that answer at the bottom half of the third. As the second pitch of this at-bat is up high to Nora Orlando, so the count will even at 1 ball and 1 strike. That ball is inside, so count now 2 balls, 1 strike to Orlando. And Orlando this year has a lot of bats, a lot of at-bats. This will be his 42nd. He has 8 hits on the year. This one's fouled off by Orlando, so count will now even back up at 2 balls and 2 strike to the Savannah State product. And pinned down the everyday shortstop position as he is one of the best fielders, if not the best fielder on this team, as the 2-2 pitch is in the dirt. So count now juiced. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, certainly is a good addition to that middle infield. Really can't go wrong with him or either Tuttle or Bacon at second base.
3-2 payoff pitch on its way from Lutka. And called strike 3 there.
I don't know about that one.
By Orlando, so 2 outs now. Here in the top half of the third is Cam Murray, the leadoff hitter, and left fielder, making his way back to the plate. Flew out to the second baseman his last time up. Murray, leading the Scouts in batting average this year with a .478 average coming into today. First pitch to him is clip the outside corner for a strike, so count no balls, 1 strike to the left fielder for the Scouts today. Lutka. The 0-1 pitch misses high. So count now 1 ball, 1 strike to the left fielder Murray. One pitch on its way from Lutka. That ball's in there for a strike to Murray. So Murray finds himself in the 1 ball, 2 strike hole as the Scouts have 2 outs here. They scored a run earlier this inning on the Jarrett Lindsey bomb. The 1-2 pitch is way outside. Try to get Murray to chase that 1 count. Now evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Luck also making his first start of the season, so we'll see how that affects him later in the ball game.
Lutka, we're see him work a little harder this inning.
Yep.
This ball's outside, so count will now go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter Murray.
Really good AB here by Murray out of leadoff spot. He's been doing that all year long. As you said, leading the Scouts in average coming into play.
And 3-2 payoff. It's grounded up the middle for Murray, so Murray will have himself a 2-out single here in the third. So Carter Boswell now making his way to the plate as he struck out last time up, but not before he saw 8 pitches. Also threw his bat on that 3rd strike.
Something that Carter's been prone to do a couple times this season.
Yes, Boswell. I think if we had a stat for throwing bats, I think Boswell might be leading the team, either him or Luke Boylston, as they both have thrown a couple of bats this year.
For sure.
First pitch to Boswell. Curved in there for a strike from Lutka. Count no balls, 1 strike to the Scouts right fielder. Glenville State College product.
Carter, as you mentioned, a really good AB his first time despite striking out. Saw a lot of pitches.
And the 0-1 pitch is inside for a ball. So count will even up at 1 ball, 1 strike to Boswell. Boswell native to Aurora, Colorado. And the Colorado native will look at that 1-1 pitch for a ball. So count now 2 balls, 1 strike to the Scouts right fielder. Shortstop Roche playing in the shallow outfield grass. Second baseman Bryant shading over to second base as Murray goes on the pitch. And Murray is in there safely. So Murray with a stolen base. Count was called, or pitch was called a strike to Boswell, so Boswell has the 2-2 count. But Murray with a stolen base.
Saw Wright steal 4 bases yesterday out of that leadoff spot, so Cam doing a good job of continuing that here tonight.
We know Cam has some wheels on him, so we'll see a lot of these Scouts guys be busy on the base paths. Ludka steps off the plate. Or mound, I should say, not the plate, as he checks over at Murray at second. He will retake the hill. Delivers the 2-2 to Boswell. Boswell swung on and misses that one, so that will end the inning there. But Scouts get 1 run back off of Jarrett Lindsay's solo home run, and we'll try to keep that deficit at 2 in the bottom half of the third. You're listening to the Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Welcome back to Marsh Field in Muskegon, Ohio. We got a nice, bright, sunny day. Contradictory to last night where it was overcast for most of the game and also rained all night here in Muskegon. The first pitch to Nolan Bryant, the second baseman, is fouled off behind the plate, so count is no balls, 1 strike. Bryant, his last time up, grounded out to the second baseman, Tuttle. And Bill's working quickly. 0-1 pitch is lined to Orlando, just bounces off Orlando's glove.
Orlando again with a good effort there, but just couldn't come up with it.
Looking at the scoreboard, seeing, and they will rule that a hit on the scoreboard. So a single for the second baseman, Bryant, as Jimmy Roche, the man who hit that solo home run back in the first, makes his way back to the plate. Has 2 home runs in this 2-game series against the Scouts. We'll see what he can do here as Bills comes set and delivers the first pitch to Roche. That ball's low. Count 1 ball, no strikes. And here this at bat, I'll give you guys the answer to the trivia question today. As Bills come set, ready to deliver the 1-0, and he does, and that ball is low as well. So Ben Bills not wanting to give Roche another high pitch for him to drive out to left center. Bills coming set, checks the runner at first and delivers. This ball's fouled off. So count now 2 balls, 1 strike to the shortstop. Again, that trivia question today, what 20th century catcher is the leader for most hits in a season? Give you guys the options after Bills delivers this 2-1 pitch, and that is swung on and fouled off by Roche. So count now 2 balls, 2 strikes, and your option for the catcher with the leader for most hits in a season, is it A, Von Rodriguez, B, Mike Piazza, C, Buster Posey, or D, Yadier Molina? Travis, what's your gut telling you? Which one of those catchers had 200 hits in a season?
I would have to go with Ivan Rodriguez.
Von Rodriguez just got elected into the Hall of Fame recently, but I'd have to tell you, Travis, you are wrong.
Oh, dang.
As that 2-2 pitch is grounded over to Tuttle. Tuttle can't get it, so he'll just get the out at first. So Nolan Bryant moving to second.
Nice job to stay with it there by Tuttle, though, after the bobble.
So 1 out here. And the answer to that trivia question, catcher with 200 hits, was Mike Piazza. Did it for the Los Angeles Dodgers back in 1997.
Oh, yeah, great career by Piazza.
One of the best hitting catchers of all time. Rodriguez was just one hit shy of it in 1999, where he had 199 hits for the Tigers. So Bills coming set here for Ryan Blake Jones, the first baseman. Blake Jones singled his last time up back in the first. First ball is in the dirt, so count is 1 ball, no strikes to Blake Jones.
Piazza, also the latest drafted player to be in the Hall of Fame. So
Right you are. He got drafted very late and was a favor to his, I believe it was his godfather, Tommy Lasorda, who is a LA Dodger legend, as that pitch is low and away for the second ball.
yeah, that's right. Tommy Lasorda, the godfather of Mike Piazza.
So Bills coming set. Has that runner on second with 1 out here. This ball is skied up in the foul territory. We'll see if this stays in play. Darnell shading under and unable to make the play. Read it a little bit wrong. That's what happens sometimes when those balls go really, really high up in the air. So count now 2 balls and 1 strike to Blake Jones.
Yeah, those pop-ups are tough with the sun and all the other factors. And just couldn't make the play that time. Don't know.
So Brian occupying second base after he had that single off Orlando's glove. Delivering his Bills here. That ball's outside.
Bills hasn't thrown a ton of pitches here, and the Clippers continue to be aggressive early in counts, but they're just hitting them.
Bills has been hit up a little bit. Has given up 5 hits so far. Through 2 1/3. That ball's low. So this count is full to the first baseman, Ryan Blake Jones. Bills would love to get this out here. As he comes set, checks the runner at second and delivers. This ball's driven out to left field. And it hits off the fence. So Blake Jones will run into second. Nolan Bryant will score. So big double there for Ryan Blake Jones. Almost thought he hit the home run, but the left fielder today for the Scouts, who is Cam Murray, was unable to make that play. It's a very tough play coming off the fence. Those are always dangerous plays, but Blake Jones with a big double there, showing that warning track power.
Yeah, never good when you see an outfielder's numbers, and we've seen a couple of those here tonight.
So still 1 out here and a man on second for Ben Bills, and he's struggled a little bit to start out this game. Still looking to find a rhythm as this one's driven out to right field. Boswell, this one will roll to the wall, so Blake Jones is going to walk into home. And Nolan Brimberry on the first pitch is going to trot into second base, so another double for the Muskegon Clippers. No action in the pen, but Coach Bubba Cates, is going to go talk to his right-handed hurler. Blake Dunn will be the batter, the right fielder, and he had a single his last time up.
Again, aggressive early in the count, and rewarded there with another extra base hit. Unfortunately for the Scouts.
So 3 hits this inning for the Clippers. A single and 2 doubles.
I'd like to remind you that we got more games this week.
Coach Cates here going to try to calm down his infield, going to try to calm down his pitcher. As the score here is 5-1 in favor of the Clippers. Clippers already have 7 hits here through 2 1/3 innings.
First pitch at 7:05. Why not have dinner with us this weekend? By the way, that's Blake Dunn.
So Blake Dunn will take that right-handed batter's box as that meeting culminates up at the hill. Bills coming set. Delivers. First pitch to Dunn is swung on and missed.
Ugly looking swing there by Dunn.
Dunn swinging at that ball in the dirt. Bills gets what he wants there, getting him to chase. Bills coming set. Looks back. The runner at second will deliver another pitch. That ball is outside. So the count will even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Same spot practically as the first one, just didn't get him to go after it this time.
Bills looking to get out of this inning here. That ball's fouled off and will be headed towards the parking lot. So count 1 ball, 2 strikes against Dunn. 1 out for the Scouts defense as they're trying to get 2 more and get out of this inning, try to get the bats back out against Lutka, who we saw struggle a bit last inning. Bills working quickly out the stretch. Slider stays up high, so count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. To the right fielder for the Clippers. Going is Brimberry, and that ball is popped up to Boswell. Boswell able to make the play out in right field. So Brimberry gets back safely to second. Dunn popping out to the right fielder, Boswell. So 2 outs now for the Scouts defense as Connor Henderson, the designated hitter, comes up to the plate. And Henderson had that triple last inning that brought in a run.
Yeah, nice catch by Carter Boswell out in right field there as the ball is tailing away from him. He was able to make the catch near the line.
So Henderson taking that right-handed batter's box, facing the right-handed Bills. Bills checks back the runner, Brimberry, and delivers. That ball's outside. So count is 1 ball, no strikes to the designated hitter. Bills paying a little extra attention to Brimberry at second after he went on that last batter as this ball swung on and missed by Henderson, so count will even up at 1.
Henderson hitting 0-56 coming into this game, but had a triple his first time, as you mentioned.
Henderson seems to be in a slump this summer, but might have just got out of it with that triple last inning. We'll see what he can do here against Bills as Bills curves that one in the strike zone. Pretty breaking ball there from the right-handed Bill, so count now 1 ball, 2 strikes to the designated hitter, Henderson. Really packed house here at Marsh Field. A bunch of the Clippers faithful have made it out here for a beautiful Wednesday night here for baseball. It's Bills. That ball looked very pretty there from Bills, but called the ball by Matt Wachowski, the home plate umpire. So count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm pretty sure Bills put that in the exact spot he put that previous pitch.
Really good pitch right there.
Nice slider Bills has and has been using it today. This ball's popped up. Looks like it's right at Bills on the mound, and it is as he's camping under it. But the first baseman, Jarrett Lindsay, will make the grab, drop it at the mound for the 3rd out of the inning.
Clippers get 2 that inning, score at the end of
So the Clippers score 2 more in that inning off 3 hits. Score now 5-1 in favor of the Clippers. The Scouts will try to clear up this deficit in the top half of the 4th. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
For those who've been here before, you know what that means. For those
Welcome back to Marsh Field here for the Scouts and the Clippers. I'm Riley Harshman, riding solo once again. I'd like to thank Travis for joining me in that third inning, and the Clippers hold a 5-1 lead over your Xenia Scouts. And the Scouts will try to chip into that deficit here in the top half of the fourth with Graham Welch leading things off for the Scouts. Welch swings and misses at the first pitch from the right-hander Ludka, so his count will go to no balls and 1 strike. Welch playing center field today. And Ludka comes in with the 0-1. This one's fouled back towards us. So count now 0-2 to the man from the University of Texas at Tyler. We'll try to keep you guys updated on scores around the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League. This inning is another foul ball from Welch. So he'll await another 0-2 pitch. Welch the 0-2. That ball's in the dirt. Try to get Welch to chase on that one there. Did Ludka, but Welch kept that bat on his shoulder. So count now 1 ball, 2 strikes to the center fielder. The 1-2 is outside for a ball to Welch. So Welch trying to come back in this count after a couple foul balls. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the 2-2 pitch. This one's grounded to the second baseman, Bryant. Bryant throws to first in time for the first out of the inning. 4-3 put out there for the first out. And the designated hitter, Caleb Eater, will make his way to the plate. And Eater, you probably heard that name a lot last night, as he was the starting pitcher for the Scouts. He also can play the field. We usually see him at first base. He's a corner baseman and a pitcher, but playing the DH role today. As he swings and misses at the first pitch. So count goes to no balls, 1 strike to the DH, Eater. Eater last time up, grounded out to the first baseman. Winding and delivering his Ludka. This ball's in the dirt. So count will even at 1 ball, 1 strike to the Indiana Wesleyan University product. Some GLSCL scores for you. The Graders and the Sugar Beets had their first game of the day canceled. And this pitch is in there first. The 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike, so count now 1 ball, 2 strikes to Eater. The Monarchs are down 4-6 to the Southern Ohio Copperheads in Athens. And the 1-2 pitch, I should say, is fouled off by Eater. So Eater staying alive, and we'll see another 1-2 pitch. St. Clair Green Giants trail the Cincinnati Steam, or lost to the Cincinnati Steam, I should say, by a score of 5-2. And they're playing the second game of a doubleheader, and the St. Clair Green Giants lead the Steam by a score of 2-0. Eater thought about swinging at that pitch there, but held back. So count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So both games of the Copperheads and Monarchs. Well, the second game got canceled due to rain. Eater with another foul ball. So Eater doing a very good job of staying a lot of pitches here. Irish Hills Leprechauns are tied with the Hamilton Joes at Hamilton by a score of 2-2 in the bottom of the fourth. Those are all the scores I have for you for the GLSCL right now. A lot of games seem to be delayed due to the inclement weather we've been receiving in the Midwest region of the continental United States. And the count is full to Caleb Eater. He just looked at another ball, and the 3-2 pitch is grounded over to the third baseman. And the third baseman, Brimberry, unable to make the play on that one. Got to credit Brimberry with the air there. So Eater getting on via the air. Good at bat from Eater. So the first error of the game going to the third baseman, Brimberry, is Dugan Darnell. The third baseman makes his way to the plate. Darnell flew out to center his last time up and is one of the few lefties we'll see, well, one of 2 lefties we'll see in the Scouts lineup tonight. Darnell waits his first pitch and almost is hit by it, but he is not. Makes his way to the catcher's mitt for a ball. So count now 1-0 to Dugan Darnell. Eater getting a lead, and we haven't seen him run too much. And as I said, that Darnell gets hit by that pitch, so Eater will move over to second. And Darnell will take first base. So Scouts got some base runners here, and we know how these Scouts can be. Once you start giving them bases, they will take them and they will keep on keeping on and scoring runs off bases you give them. So Truman Brown, the catcher, is up at the plate now. Struck out his last time up. With a man on first and second and nobody out, he would like nothing more than to get a hit here. Truman Brown goes to Austin Peay State University. He's native to Clarksville, Tennessee. Is the Scouts catcher. First pitch to Brown as he tries to bunt it. It's fouled back behind the plate, so count now, no balls, 1 strike to the catcher, Brown. Just trying to sacrifice himself there to get Eater and Darnell in a scoring position for Jarrett Lindsay, who hit a home run last inning. So Brown here. We'll await the 0-1. Lutka looking back the runners, and now we'll deliver the 0-1. That ball is driven out to left field by Brown, so these bases will be loaded. Good single there by Brown. So bases are loaded for the man who hit that home run last inning, in Jarrett Lindsay, the first baseman.
Batting next out of Point Loma Nazarene University, first baseman
Jarrett Lindsay from Point Loma Nazarene University. It's where he plays his spring ball. He's also native to Upland, California, so made it a long trip here to Ohio. Well, we're here in Michigan, but made a long trip to Xenia, Ohio, I should say, for this summer season.
Returning foul balls to the playing field. If you retrieve a foul ball,
a little mound visit for Lutka. Hear from his pitching coach, Steve Cutter, but Cutter will go back towards the dugout. And it looks like there's going to be some action working in the Clippers bullpen. There's some action happening in the Scouts bullpen as well, as Andrew Verbrugge is warming up. Ladies and gentlemen, the Scouts team is having some ailments to its pitchers. 3 guys are disabled because of soreness or pain in their arm. As his first pitch to Lindsay is fouled off behind the plate, so count now, no balls, 1 strike to the first baseman, Lindsay. As I said, 3 pitchers are disabled for the Scouts right now, them being Landon Myers, Will Wentz, and Palmer Stevenson. So Coach Bubba Cates has to use his pitchers sparingly and will have to get as much out of them as they can, as this pitch is fouled off again by Lindsay, so he goes down into an 0-2 hole. Lindsay playing first today, but is also a catcher for the Scouts. Has a good arm behind the plate, but will translate that arm to first base today. Coming set is Lutka. Leg kick and delivers to Lindsay. That ball's outside. Try to get Lindsay to chase that one out of the zone. Count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lindsay, the right-handed batter, facing Lutka, the right-handed pitcher. Lindsay would just like to put a ball in the outfield here, try to cut into this deficit. That ball's curved outside. Try to get Lindsay to chase again, so count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jarrett Lindsay, the California boy. Lutka comes set, checks the runners and delivers. That ball is outside again, so this count now full to Lindsay. And now Lutka with a chance to walk in a run here. Lindsay will be looking to get an RBI any way he can, whether that be via the hit or via the walk. Lutka looks in for a sign and comes set. And will deliver the 3-2 pitch. This ball's fouled off, out of play into the bleachers. So it makes a loud thud on the bleachers. One of the Clippers faithful was unable to come down with a catch. So Lindsay will see another 3-2 pitch. Caleb Eater occupying third. Dugan Darnell occupying second, and Truman Brown occupying first for the Scouts right now. And Lindsay at the plate, awaiting another full count pitch. Lutka delivers. Lindsay swings on and misses that one for strike 3, so now 2 outs. Here in the top half of the 4th for the Scouts offensive is Nick Tuttle.
Batting next.
The second baseman is coming up to the plate.
And guess what?
Nick Tuttle,
he's our beer batter.
coming into today, was batting .400 for the Scouts, has 3 RBIs. That big thing batting .400 is Tuttle, second on the Scouts roster in batting average. So big opportunity here for Tuttle to get some RBIs. This ball's low and away to Tuttle, and the count will go to 1 ball and no strikes. Tuttle's listed as an outfielder, but has mainly played second base for the Scouts this year. The 1-0 pitch. That ball's high and inside. So Tuttle now will have a 2-0 hitters count. And Tuttle goes to the Masters College out in California. He's native to Caldwell, Idaho. I believe the Masters College is in San Diego, California, so that's a trip within itself as Tuttle knocks one out here to right field, and this will be an RBI and maybe 2 for Tuttle. Darnell coming in to score. Tuttle with a double and 2 RBIs there. Truman Brown moving to third, so the Scouts digging into the lead a little bit here. Score now 5-3, still in favor of the Clippers, but the Scouts are not done with this inning quite yet as Noah Orlando, the shortstop, is up at the plate now. Brown got his way to third. Tuttle at second, and 2 RBIs on that double for Tuttle. So the Scouts doing a good job of cutting the lead in half here. And Orlando with a chance to tie it up. First pitch of the at-bat to Orlando is called a strike. Count no ball, 1 strike to the shortstop Orlando. And a base hit from Orlando could probably score 2. Tuttle with a lot of speed out there at second. Leg kick and delivers to Lutka. That ball's in the dirt and a wild pitch. Hits off, bounces off the catcher and bounces off Orlando. And Orlando doing a good job signaling to Truman Brown at third to stay home. Catcher's all over this one. Don't need to get an unnecessary out here. Orlando wants to drive some guys in. It takes a couple practice cuts. And we'll retake that right-handed batter's box to face the right-hander, Lutka. Lutka comes set and delivers. That ball's high to Orlando, so count now 2 balls and 1 strike to the Scout shortstop. Lutka has been, after 1-2-3 innings to start this game, has struggled to pass 2. Leg kick and delivers his Lutka, and that ball's away. That is a wild pitch, and Truman Brown will score on that one. And Tuttle will round third. So a wild pitch there. Dwindles this lead to 5-4 in favor of the Clippers. Scouts coming back here big here in the 4th. So Orlando single could definitely score Tuttle now. Count 3-1 to Orlando, so he could also walk here and then steal his way to second for Cam Murray, who waits on deck. This pitch is high to Orlando, so Orlando will take his base at first. Runners on the corners with 2 outs here for the Scouts offensive as Cam Murray, who coming into today leads this team in batting average with a .478 batting average coming into today. The Youngstown State Penguin will look to tie this ball game up here. Noah Orlando's got a lot of speed over there first, so you got to think he might be in motion on the base paths here. Try to get runners on second and third for Murray. Cam playing left field today, has hit a single his last time up and also flew out to the second baseman. First pitch to Murray is up high for a ball. Lutka taking a long look over there at Orlando. And throws back to Orlando over at first. Orlando back safely. Lutka's going to have to be careful throwing those pickoff moves to first because an errant throw would score Tuttle over at third. Lucca giving a long look to Orlando again. Will deliver the pitch to Murray this time, who skies one out to center field. Under it is Janes, and Janes making the grab there out in center. And that will end the inning for the Scouts, but not before they score 3 runs and cut this deficit down to just 1 run. Clippers lead the Scouts 5-4. And we'll be back at the bottom half of the 4th. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Welcome back here at the bottom half of the 4th. Coming up here now, Clippers will take the plate, and Nate Stevens will lead things off for the Clippers here in last half of the, well, I should say the first half of the first. Scouts coming back in a big way, scored 3 runs in the top half of the 4th to cut the Clippers lead to 5-4. Nick Tuttle with a big 2 RBI double. The first pitch to catcher Stevens is outside for a ball, so count now. 1 ball, no strikes to catcher Stevens. Stevens last time walked, or I should say got hit by pitches last time up, and he'll hit one out here to shallow center, and that will land. A bloop single there for the catcher Stevens to start out this inning. And Ben Bills giving up a hit in every inning still in this start today. Brant Nowaski, the left fielder, up to the plate now. Struck out swinging his last time up. Duke and Darnell playing shallow over there at third base. Might see a bunt here, and the first pitch is low and outside to Nowaski. Count 1-0 to the left fielder. Again, we're at historic Marsh Field here in Muskegon, Michigan, as Nowaski swings and misses that pitch from Bill, so count even at 1 to the left-handed batter facing the right-handed Bills. Bills delivering the 1-1. That slider just missed the zone low, so count goes 2 balls and 1 strike to Nowaski. Nowaski. 2 balls, 1 strike. This was grounded to Dugan Darnell, and Darnell unable to come up with it. Right there, seen he had it in his glove, and he went to the transition. The ball was still in the dirt. So E5 there for Darnell. And there are runners on first and second here for the top of the order for the Clippers. Nobody out. Travis James, the center fielder, up now. It was 0 for 2 on the night, struck out looking, and flew out to the second baseman. So men on first and second. They are represented by Nate Stevens at second, Brent Nowaski at first, and James is at the plate here with nobody out as he squares for a bunt. This is right back to the pitcher, Bills. Bills throws over to third, and it's an errant throw. Darnell is unable to come up with it. So Nate Stevens able to score there. Nowaski moves to second. Stevens scores. And Travis James will reach via the throwing error, fielder's choice.
Heading next For the Clippers out of Davenport University.
So 2 errors, 2 costly errors for the Scouts here in the bottom of the 4th after they just came back a little bit, and Coach Bubba Cates is coming out to the mound, and he signals to the bullpen, and Andrew Verbrugge is going to take over this game for Bills. So we'll let Verbrugge warm up. We'll take a little break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
Baseball fans.
Welcome back here to the bottom half of the 4th, where Andrew Verbrugge has taken the hill in place of the right-hander Bills, and Bills' day is done. He went 3 innings, allowed 6 runs on 8 hits, had a couple strikeouts, but his day is over after 3 here. Verbrugge taking over with runners on first and second. This pitch, and Bryant will go for a bunt. This pitch is inside for a ball. Bryant pulled back in time, so count 1-0 to the second baseman, Bryant. Verbrugge has the 3 different arm slots he likes to use. Really confused hitters. Bryant almost gets hit by that, and it's a wild pitch. So Verbrugge doing Bryant's job for him. Bryant trying to sacrifice himself to get those runners over to second and third, and Verbrugge with the wild pitch there, moving those runners to second and third anyways.
Out of Hillsdale College, his sister goes to Aquinas.
So runners on second and third now. They are in the form of Travis James at second, Brant Nowaski at third. And Nolan Bryant at the plate with a 2-0 count, make it a 3-0 count as that pitch is outside. So Nolan Bryant will await the 3-0 from the right-hander Verbrugge. And here it is. That pitch is in there on the outside corner for a strike. So Verbrugge with a chance here to come back in this count and try to get the first out of the inning for the Scouts. Scouts with 2 errors this inning. 1 from the third baseman Darnell, 1 from the previous pitcher Ben Bills is Verbrugge. This pitch is inside to Bryant, so Bryant will take his base at first, and the bases are loaded with Clippers here. And there goes that man, Jimmy Roche, the shortstop, up at the plate. Hit his 5th home run of the year back in the 1st. Leads his team with those 5 home runs, and Ryan Blake Jones, the man who bats behind him, is right behind him with 3 of his own. So Verbrugge here with a sidearm pitch in there to Roche, and it's in there for a strike. So 0-1 count here to Jimmy Roche with the bases loaded. Verbrugge, big spot here. Curves that one in beautifully. What a pitch there from Verbrugge as the count moves to no balls and 2 strikes. And Verbrugge, he's got a nice fastball. He can't control it, but his breaking stuff is just nasty, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how else to describe it, as that pitch is driven out to left field. Nor Orlando unable to come up with a play. Left fielder Murray corralling that ball quickly, only allowing 1 run to score on it. But Roche with the RBI single there. Good piece of 2-strike hitting there from Roche. Bases are still loaded, and Ryan Blake Jones, the first baseman, up now for the Clippers. So it's Janes at 3rd, Bryant at 2nd, Roche at 1st, with Ryan Blake Jones up at the plate. Bases loaded, still nobody out here. Clippers lead now 7-4 in this affair against the Scouts. Verbrugge coming set. Delivers that pitch in there. 4 strike to Ryan Blake Jones. Good fastball location there from Verbrugge. Brown running out there to talk to Verbrugge real quick. We'll quickly trot back behind the plate. We'll get another pitch from Verbrugge. Lindsey playing shallow over at first base. You got to think if he gets a grounder, he's going home with it. A beautiful curve that ball from Verbrugge there. Blake Jones thought it was going to hit him. It did not. It landed in the strike zone in Truman Brown's glove, so the count is now no balls and 2 strikes to the Clippers' first baseman. Verbrugge gets his sign and comes set. Delivers. Another pretty breaker, but that one just a bit outside. Count will move 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ryan Blake Jones. Verbrugge just has to pitch the contact here, try to get a double play somewhere. Verbrugge delivers. That ball's in there for strike 3. Ryan Blake Jones looked at it going to Truman Brown's glove, and that was the first out of the inning. Verbrugge getting the out he needed there. And Nolan Brimberry, the third baseman, up now. Brimberry doubled his last time up and grounded out to grounded out to second in the first inning. That first pitch is outside for a ball. Verbrugge coming set, gets his sign. Will deliver the 1-0. This pitch is in there for a strike to Brimberry, so the count will even up at 1. Again, the center fielder Janes occupying 3rd. The second baseman Bryant occupying 2nd, and the shortstop Roche occupying 1st for the Clippers base runners as this ball is grounded to Darnell. Darnell will throw over to 2nd and get 1 out there in Tuttle. Don't know why Darnell didn't try to tag 3rd there, but nonetheless he gets the out via the 6-4 putout. But a run still scored on that Brimberry grounder, and Blake Dunn now up for the Clippers. So now runners on the corners for Verbrugge. He delivers another beautiful curveball that went from Dunn's shoulder into the strike zone. Count 0-1 to Dunn. A little submarine throw from Verbrugge here, but that ball's a little low, a little inside. Count will even at 1s. Bryant at 3rd. And Brimbury at first, and this ball is grounded to Darnell. And this goes right past Darnell's glove, and another run will score. Darnell having a tough time over there at the hot corner. So Brimbury at second, Dunn at first for the Clippers base runners. Bryant scoring on that one. And Connor Henderson, the designated hitter, up here with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the fourth. So Scouts cut that lead to 1 back in the top half of the fourth, and the Clippers extending it to 5 here in the bottom half of the fourth, and Verbrugge delivers a strike there to Henderson on a breaking ball. So a lot of first pitch breaking balls here from Verbrugge. Verbrugge comes set and delivers. This fastball's in there for a strike, so count 0-2 to the designated hitter who doubled in a run earlier this game. Nate Stevens started this inning, and he is on deck right now is the catcher. So Clippers threatening to bat around here as that is swung on and missed for strike 3 to the designated hitter Henderson. So few hits, 4 runs scored for the Clippers that inning. The score is now 9-4 in favor of the Clippers. Scouts will look to bite into that deficit again in the top half of the 5th. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on Xenia Scouts Radio Network. Well, welcome back to the top half of the 5th, where the Scouts will try to bite into this lead once again, and Carter Boswell will lead things off for the Scouts as he will look at that first pitch in the dirt for a ball. So count 1 ball, no strikes to Boswell as Ludko's still up there on the hill working quickly against Boswell, and that pitch will be in there for a strike. So count even at 1 to the Scouts right fielder. Ludko with the 1-1 delivery. That ball's outside. Ball number 2, count 2 balls, 1 strike. And Ludka threw 21 pitches total those first 2 innings. As he delivers this pitch to Boswell, Boswell fouls it down the right field line. Trying to make a play on it is the first baseman, Blake Jones, but he's unable to, so count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But as I was saying, Ludka threw 13 pitches in that first inning and 8 in the second inning. And then the third inning threw 28 pitches, and then threw 35 pitches in the fourth. So that pitch count escalated quite quickly for the pitcher, Ludka. But he has a lead here on the Scouts, and the 2-2 delivery to Boswell is in the dirt, so count will go full to Boswell, the Glenville State College product. Quickly winding in is Ludka, and that ball's in the dirt as well. So Boswell will take his spot at first. And Graham Welch will make his way to the plate, and Welch 0 for 2 on the day. Scouts with that 3-run fourth last inning, but countered by a 4-run fourth by the Clippers. So Clippers holding that 5-run lead, 9-4. Boswell on first. Lutka giving him a lot of attention over there. First pitch to Welch is grounded over the first baseman. He's going to tag first and throw over to second. And Boswell is safe over at second. And Welch is out at first. So 1 out to the unassisted out from the first baseman, Blake Jones. And now Caleb Eater, the designated hitter, up at the plate now. And Eater, his last time up, got on via the air after having an 8-pitch at-bat. Eater, a very patient hitter. Will look to find his pitch here and try to drive in Boswell. So that pitch, first pitch hits Eater in the back of the helmet. Eater flipping his bat out and will take his base. So just as I said, Eater was patient at the plate. He patiently just took a fastball to the back of the helmet. Seems okay as he immediately trotted down to first. So runners at first and second here for the Scouts with 1 out in the top half of the 5th with Dugan Darnell up at the plate now. And Darnell got hit his last time up. So Darnell knows the pain of Eater as he takes that left-handed batter's box. Facing the right-handed Lutka. And Lutka delivering the first pitch. The ball's high and inside on Darnell, so count 1 ball, no strikes. So Darnell will boast the 1-0 count here. Lutka giving a lot of attention to Boswell over at second, but will deliver a pitch. This pitch is low and inside, so big hitters count here for Darnell. The count is 2 balls, no strikes to the Scouts' third baseman. Lutka delivers. Is fouled off by Darnell, so Darnell with a 2-1 count here now. Truman Brown on deck, who singled his last time up. Darnell waiting the 2-1. Lutka taking his time, giving a lot of attention to Boswell at second. And this is grounded to the shortstop Roche, who flips it over to second for the first out. And we'll get the second out over at first. So a double play there will end this inning for the Scouts. So Scouts get a guy on, get a couple guys on, but are unable to move them over in any way. Score still 9-4 here in Muskegon, and we'll be back with the bottom half of the 5th. Don't go anywhere. This is Xenia Scouts Base. Welcome back to the bottom half of the 5th inning here at Marshfield in Muskegon, Michigan, where the same man who led off the 4th for the Clippers will lead off the 5th. Nate Stevens, the catcher. And Stevens had a single and scored back in the 4th and also walked in the 2nd, so he is officially 1 for 1 on the day, is the catcher Stevens. Verbrugge set at the mound. He's still on the hill after coming in last inning. That pitch hit Stevens on the first pitch, so Verbrugge giving up a quick base runner here. So Stevens at first. And Brant Nowaski, the left fielder, Up at the plate now. He scored last inning after fielding error by the third baseman, Darnell. Music still going here as we're trying to get some baseball going. Verbrugge now set and delivering. That pitch is in there for a strike. Nowoski tried to bunt it, pulled back, still called a strike by the home plate umpire, Matt Wachowski. So Stevens over there first after getting hit by the pitch. Verbrugge. Right here, the 0-1 is fouled off down towards the bullpen on the scout side. So count now, no balls, 2 strikes to the left fielder, Nowoski. Travis Janes on deck, leadoff hitter, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Brugge coming set and delivering. That pitch is outside. Try to get him to chase on that one. So count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes to the left fielder, Nowoski. For Brugge, that pitch almost swung out there by the left fielder, but he was able to hold back. Count leaving up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top half of bottom half of the 5th. For Brugge coming set and delivering. That pitch is shot foul over to the left side again. Hitting Nowoski. See what type of breaking pitch Verbrugge throws here and from what arm angle. Throws a fastball in there for strike 3. Nowoski caught looking at it, and the first out will be via the backwards K in your scorebook there. So now Travis Janes, center fielder, 0 for 3 on the day, is up at the plate now. He struck out looking in the first, flew out to the second baseman in the second, and got on via a fielder's choice after he bunted towards Ben Bills, and Ben Bills threw it over to third errantly. Allowed that run to score back in the 4th inning. So Janes officially 0 for 3 on the day as you do not record a hit there on the fielder's choice or the error. So Verbrugge coming set, facing Janes. That pitch is grounded, chopped back up to Verbrugge. Orlando fields it, steps on second, and throws to first in time for the unassisted double play there by Orlando. And there's Orlando's highlight play of the night as he ends that inning quickly. Good job there by Orlando, getting Verbrugge out of there quickly. So the Clippers are able to score anything there. Scouts will get the bats back out of the top half of the 6th. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. A little bit last, but now he's taking the hill in relief for Max Slutka. The first pitch is in the dirt there from Allen. Brown singled his last time up. Back in that productive 4th for the Scouts offense. And this ball is inside on Brown, so count now 2 balls, no strikes as Micah Allen trying to work with a quick pace up there on the hill. Gets his sign and starts his windup. That ball's in there for a strike. So count now 2 balls, 1 strike to the catcher Brown. Jarrett Lindsay on deck. Swung on and missed there by Truman Brown, and the count will even. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Micah working quickly again here with the 2-2 pitch. That ball's inside, almost hits Brown on the knees. Mr. Brown, and quickly again, Allen here with the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed there by Truman Brown for the first out of the inning. Truman Brown talking to Lindsay a little bit there, trying to give him the right-handed batter's box, and Lindsay homered back in the third. Struck at Micah Allen. That pitch is in the dirt. Count will go to 1 ball, no strikes to the Scouts' first baseman today. And the 1-0 from Allen. That one's low and away. So count now 2 balls, no strikes. Lindsay with a very favorable hitter's count here. We'll see what he can do with it. So Allen retakes the rubber, gets his sign, and he's going with his windup. That pitch is outside and gets away from the catcher. Stevens there. So count right now. And the 3-0 pitch. As in there for a strike. So now another favorable hitter's count for Lindsay as the count is 3 balls, 1 strike. Tuttle will make his way to the plate. Nick Tuttle, second baseman today, is fourth.
You know, if he strikes out, beer's $1 off for the rest of the inning.
Nick Tuttle, the beer batter for the Clippers today. If Tuttle strikes out at all, I guess beer's $1 cheaper here at Marsh Field. First pitch to Tuttle. That ball's high and inside. So count now 1 ball, no strikes to Tuttle. And there's already a righty warming up in the pen for the Clippers, so the Clippers have no problem throwing pitchers out there if they're not accurate. This pitch is in there for a strike. So Tuttle was batting .400 going into this game as a throw over from Allen to first. Lindsay getting back in plenty of time. Scouts down 5 here in the 6th. Would like to cut into this lead a little bit if they can here. Tuttle. That ball. Tuttle waits the 1-2 here from Allen. Allen. That ball chopped in the infield. Second baseman Bryant was unable to get out to right field. And Orlando up at the plate now. Orlando struck out looking his first time up, walked his last time up. Orlando with a great double play to end the inning. Last inning, let's see if he can translate his glove work into his bat work and see what he can do for the Scouts here. Orlando goes to Savannah State for his spring ball. Is also native to Orlando, Florida. How convenient. Last name Orlando from Orlando. That ball's in there for a strike to Noah, and the count will go even at 1. Allen coming set at the hill. Leg kick and delivers. This ball is shot out to shortstopper Roche. Takes a weird hop. Roche unable to come up with it. So Lindsay going to score. Tuttle makes his way to third. So credit Orlando with that single and the RBI as Lindsay scored. Tuttle made his way to third. And now Cam Murray on the corners. Outs in batting average. So runners on the corners. He scored 1 here in the 6th. We'll try to score some more as Cam Murray calls time as he seems to have something in his eyes. Might have had some sweat. So wiping off his face, taking his helmet off, getting resituated. So he awaits this 0-2. So wiping off his face, taking his helmet off, getting resituated. So he awaits this 0-2 move. Making sure those runners aren't doing anything. So Murray with a swinging strikeout there. That healthy lead over there first, and he goes. Murray swings and misses that one for a strike. So Murray with a swinging strikeout there for the second out of the inning, but Orlando takes second via the stolen base. So Orlando on second, Tuttle on third. Off of 2 hits, leave 2 guys in scoring position, and we'll try to stave off the Clippers in the bottom half of the sixth. You're listening to Xenia Scouts Baseball on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network.
So listen up.
Welcome back to Marsh Field here in Muskegon, Ohio, as the sun is starting to set on this Wednesday here in Muskegon. Clippers lead by a score of 9-5 over your Xenia Scouts, for Brugge retaking the hill to face Nolan Bryant. And the first pitch to Bryant is outside for a ball. Bryant today grounded out to second, has a single, and also walked. Out to second, has a single, and also walked.